What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything that she deserves. More to lose the shoes than anything else.
I was absolutely traumatised by the situation. The fact I was around people I didn't know.
And you were trying to not embarrass your teenage son.
I was trying not to embarrass my son on a special day.
That was the biggest part of the whole thing.
What? The embarrassment.
Not embarrassing Lucius.
And I was talking to a teacher and I thought,
yeah, they were like, that's weird. Yeah, I took off my legs.
Suddenly
I left my legs back there. So if any of you are wondering what happened, let me tell you.
No.
She won't enter the pictures. I'm hoping she will. But Emily went on a school trip with her son.
No, because what if they watch?
And as she was walking,
it was so hot.
As she was walking, they were like platforms. Both of the whole platforms came fully off, and she left them at the scene of the crime. And then text me what had happened, and I was like, amazing. And then I said, take a picture as you walk back through, and hopefully you'll upload them. I mean, it's very upsetting to lose the shoes, I think, more than anything.
I was with people I did not know.
She dropped about 7 inches.
That's 3. It definitely got shorter very quickly.
And the kids were like, Miss!
Some random kids behind us were like,
are they your shoes?
And I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
They're detachable.
Yeah.
You know, you can buy them, detachable heels, and just change them.
I have seen them, but that's not what they were.
Oh. Your shoes weren't that, you're saying?
That's
weird.
Not what
weird
they
that
were.
they did that. But yeah, you can buy them, although the shoes are so ugly.
Horrible.
That I could never wear them. So
No.
make nice shoes and then put changeable heels on, and then I'll consider it. Because that would be, can you imagine going out, getting to the point where you need your flat and just changing the heel to flat?
It'd be good unless it was the actual shoe part that was hurting your foot.
You mean at the front?
No, or the way it cuffs around your foot.
Yeah.
If they
But
were, like,
even then,
uncomfy,
being able to change from high heels to flats
It
in
is
the
a nice
same
idea.
shoes.
it is a really.
But
nice
you
idea.
can buy like roll up shoes and that. Like
Again, ugly.
ballet. Yeah, they are
Hey,
so
ugly.
ugly.
Ballet pumps are hellish. They're
look at.
disgusting.
Yeah.
They are horrid.
When I was
I'm
working
against them.
when I was working at Wilco,
They're like right up there with Crocs.
I had ballet kind of shoes, and I used to work evenings, so then I'd pull the big fucking I want to say truck. That's not a cage. I'd pull the massive cages where we kept the stock, and one went. I hope so. One went over my foot. And from that day, I had steel toe caps because I was like, nah, mate.
I think I did.
You did?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so after it went over my foot, the whole trolley, I never wore them again.
No.
Yeah, and just steel toe cap boots, which I have to. When I start, I got to buy 2 books, which are like 40 quid each. The plumbing.
See if you can get any second-hand ones.
I mean, I'll try. And I've got to buy the trousers. I'm almost in my old trousers, so I shouldn't need to bother. And I think I need to buy boots then as well. I should have kept mine, but of course I didn't. Saying that by now, the whole fucking sole probably would fall off. But I do have Timberlands. They don't have, do they have steel toe caps?
You can get them with them, but
I don't know if mine have or
I
not.
doubt yours have. I do doubt it.
But that would be excellent. Means I do something else I ain't got to pay for. Do you know what I mean?
But they're a sturdy boot. I mean, you probably could wear them.
Yeah. It's not like I'd be cutting through my foot. I think it's where you use like the blow torches and all that. I'm so excited. I've been accepted for my plumbing people, so I can't wait to start earning money, babe.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be good money as well. Like once I'm qualified in level 2, I should be on at least 38.
And you know, you'd actually be able to have a targeted audience as well as other bits, but you could target audience.
I did think about that on my
on
TikTok.
a safety perspective.
Yeah,
like,
safety, what to do,
so
how
many
easy
people
jobs.
would call you up. So many women will call you up.
I think so,
I
because
think
with my son, he's like,
Women are so
I don't know why you
nervous.
think women will do better. And I'm like, because there isn't enough women in trades.
and there's so many single women who are
Vulnerable.
and actually they are actually scared
to let men into their
coming
home.
into their home.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, no, I am excited. I'm excited to learn, babe, and be able to do our bathrooms and, do you know what I mean? Just like stuff for us as well. Like that's epic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, find out where that fucking leak's coming from in my.
You still got the leak.
I don't think I've got the leak, but downstairs have said they're waiting for the ceiling to cave in, basically.
What is above?
My
Your
bathroom is above, but where I think, because I went down and had a look, not recently, but when it first started, I went and looked, and where the leak looks to be, above it is part of the slanted roof. But there's nothing to say that water isn't travelling.
So your corner where your boiler is.
So where my boiler
in that
is-
cupboard.
beyond,
Oh,
because all my boiler is dry,
right,
apart from the little drip which has a bucket underneath, which is empty,
right.
and
Either
my
they-
bath under my bath is dry.
Yeah, you'd see it, you'd
Yeah.
smell it, a wall would
Yep.
start. It's either coming from the guttering on the
beyond.
slanted roof, right? Or like meaning the guttering is dripping down the wall into that does happen. Or there's a problem with the roof, or there's a rogue fucking pipe somewhere. But I don't think it is. I think it's coming from the roof, like you say.
Mm-hmm.
Whose responsibility is that?
All three of us.
Okay. Did you have someone look at your roof?
Well, my dad went up and done the roof initially when I had that leak, because
Yeah.
they were saying there was a leak, and I was like, oh, well, okay. And then I ended up finding that there was a board put over the actual fucking hole, like they'd
In the roof?
they'd covered the damage when
Yeah.
I bought it.
So yeah, the surveyor, yeah.
So when we took it off, because we found the screws,
Yeah.
because where actually the water was starting to damage it, we took it off. There was a huge hole. You could see daylight through, and no wonder there was fucking water coming through. So Dad went up there because he was a roofer, fixed all of that up, like because it needed fixing. Put all the tiles back on, and since then I've had no leak come through on my side. But
Right.
they're now saying there is a leak still coming through, but it's not where it was coming through because it went into mine and then down the back of the panel.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, which makes sense.
Which then went into their bedroom, which was coming through on their light.
So now where are
So
they saying this is coming
It's
from?
now over a little bit and more closer to the wall. So it's no longer in the same place.
Okay.
It's now in a different place.
Okay. Near the like
Which
near the like wall.
No, it's still the ceiling. It's not coming down the wall. But it's not in the same place.
Okay.
Which then makes me think that it's only happening when there's heavy rain.
Yeah, like yet today.
Yeah, 100%. They're not there. They're not going to be there until the end of summer.
Okay.
So
Oh,
good
where
luck
have they
then.
gone?
they've got a place down on the coast.
Jealous.
So obviously, where do you want to be? Down by the coast in a really nice apartment.
Down by the coast full time.
or in their 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Underneath me.
Yeah. I mean, if it's the roof, then everyone's going to
I
have
think
to.
it's driving water. I think it's coming in elsewhere and travelling.
Yeah, well, generally it does. It will be on a
So-
gravity because no walls are straight, are they?
That's what I think's happening. But
She's going to have to wait for the roof to come down.
that's what she said. She's like, I can't even. So I'm just going to wait for it to cave in.
Well, she knows you've looked for it and you can't find it. I don't know what else they want.
The thing is, if it is the roof, it isn't just on me. If it's coming in through from me, obviously then I've got to fix that situation.
Of course, yeah.
which is
But
fine.
if it's coming from the roof, it's all three of you.
all three of us got to pay out for it. And I've already tried to do what I could.
You say three? Oh, you
The
mean the
shop.
shop? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like three, but yeah, the shop.
The shop.
Yeah.
And I know I'm the only one with that roof, but it's not. It's in my contract.
Could it be next door's roof? Coming
No.
underneath?
No, because there isn't a next door on that part.
Okay.
It's where the
So
cove
your
is.
bathroom, that corner bit?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Right. Anyway.
Anyways.
No. Right. No. Hello everyone and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host Ellie.
And I'm your host Emily, and today we're going to look at glitch in the Matrix. Glitch in the Matrix.
No, Hattie, relax. I just want to put my feet there.
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
There probably is, babe.
Is this a glitch in the Matrix?
I feel like our lives are a glitch in the Matrix.
That's fucking rude.
What are you going to do? Right, let me put that there. Let me put that there. Let me put them there. My little old legs.
So your pinkies are totally going to be in this.
You're just enlarged to us. It's literally, you go like that.
Might just zoom in.
You do that when you fucking dare. You do that when you read. If you do that, I'm going to find the most disturbing one of these, and that's going to be the screen cover.
I can do that too, you know.
I can do that too, you know.
Hey!
Yeah. Right, get into it.
Glitch in the Matrix.
Here we go.
.co.uk.
I know.
I know.
I only had one pair. Was just pulling clothes out of the dryer, folded the one. I know, my neighbours are in. My neighbours are in, guys, if you can't tell. Folded the one pair of black leggings that I've had for 10 years
That's
up.
gross.
Put them in the basket. I've got clothes older than 10
Not
years.
leggings.
Yeah, some are see-through, but
No,
man,
not
pajamas
leggings.
are
You don't
pajamas.
Leggings are different to pajamas.
They
you
are.
don't have 10-year-old leggings.
No, I don't really wear a lot of leggings. Sports leggings, but that's different.
Oh, that's different.
Right, folded
sorry.
them, folded this one pair of leggings that I've had for 10 years up and put it in the basket.
I already know the answer to this.
Halfway through folding up my clothes, I find an extra pair of black leggings out of the dryer. A second time, and I freeze, wondering if I've accidentally thrown them back in out of my basket. I check my basket, and right there in the original pair. Somehow I have two of the same leggings, even though I have only ever brought one, exactly the same.
It's the hole in the same place.
I am mortified at the massive see-through area. I'm mortified because I know I never brought two, and now I have two. I'll post a pic below.
Win-win.
If you want to see what I'm talking about. They still look good considering they're 10 years old.
Right.
Okay. What do you think is
I
going on
think
there? Let me send you
A
this.
luck thing because she's now got two pairs.
Yeah.
Or
That's God's way of going, chuck them in the bin.
yeah,
love.
you need a new pair. Or a partner's have an affair and they belong to his bit on the side.
That's what you think.
That's where I'm going.
You don't think that it's anything to do with the Matrix.
No.
I do. It's like that ring.
No,
that
because
ring
what will
story.
happen is they will now disappear. If it's anything to do with Matrix, because they shouldn't be there. Just gonna lose
But they
a pair
won't
in a minute.
disappear. It's like
Well,
that
yes,
person
you'll lose a
who
pair
found
now.
his exact same ring, even though he was wearing his ring.
Yeah. But he didn't keep two of them.
He did keep them both after he found
So
the other
greedy,
one.
So greedy. Anyway. No.
Right. So people are like one leg tucked in on both sides, which is true. You'll see, guys.
Yeah, but that's how she's folded them.
Babe, one leg is folded up in the legging.
Because that's how she's folded them.
Dickhead. I think it is to show both leggings have the same elastic pattern by the ankle, not something. Let me have a look. What? Oh! Explain that to me. Look, both
What makes-
scrunched.
Because they're the same pair of leggings.
Yeah. How?
Because she's got two pairs.
How?
Because a lot of leggings have got that scrunchy on the arse thing.
How? It's not on the arse. It's on the legs. How?
How what?
How has this happened?
How, Brown cow?
So your answer is her husband shagging someone who
About the
happened to
same about-
have exactly the same leggings, and now she's got two pairs.
Yeah.
Not a glitch.
not
And
a
that
glitch.
is Emily's theory. I'm saying glitch.
Everyone's a cheater in my eyes.
It is your first. I got abducted by aliens. Cheating. I got shot. Cheating.
Deserved it.
It's weird.
Alright, it's a little bit weird, but I don't think.
Someone said, same thing happened to me with my work cardigan. Same colour, brand, style, 2 different sizes, not a uniform, so
Two
didn't
different
actually.
sizes. So what happened was she picked up somebody else's.
So didn't
And someone's
actually
missing
take
theirs,
someone else's
and
home.
they're going,
So
glitch in the
didn't-
matrix, I can't find my
didn't-
cardigan, and she's going to take it back to work and they're like, glitch in the
Didn't-
matrix, I found my cardigan.
And this is why I wanted to do this after the true crime, because of how we're
My son has lost his school jumper. Glitch, I found it.
You're a fucking mug. I have a weird double glitch of the weekend. Why do I now have 2 brushes? It's happening to everyone everywhere. Are they all having affairs?
I mean, I could do with the second brush. I'm not going to.
You've got a whole basket of brushes
Yeah, I
in your
don't know.
room.
I can only like one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'll use any fucking thing.
No. I like the paddle one. The big one.
These ones?
Yeah, the big square one.
Yeah, I do. It's softest through the
I've got
tangle.
a rounder one, similar to that.
I had to
actually.
do a deep
And I
condition the other day. I brushed my hair and it was knotty again, and I was like, mate.
And then the boy's like, I don't have to brush my hair anymore. I said, no.
Yeah, easy.
Lucky you.
Easy. It's like when mine condition. I don't know why they're conditioning. They ain't got fucking long hair.
Yeah, I've told him you don't need to use my conditioner anymore. That's a touch.
Yeah, won't run out.
I'm going to find another one now, aren't I?
Glitch in the matrix. You're a fucking mug. Right, go on.
Oh yeah, it's my turn. Right, stop
She has to
it.
seem so big.
Fuck you, mofo.
And your mum.
Second daughter disappeared.
Okay, I almost saved that one. I didn't read it though.
Okay. So I have
First one, by the way, guys. That is.
What?
That was the first story.
What was?
This one.
Will it come up for you?
Yeah.
Oh, this wasn't the first story that come up for me.
Go on.
Anyway.
Maybe it was a glitch. Go on.
Definitely a fucking bitch. So I have a second cousin who has been married to his wife for about 20 years. About 7 years ago, I went to a family reunion that he, his wife, and their 2 daughters were at. At one point, I was watching all of the kids, including my own. His daughters' names were Hannah and Hayley. I spent time with these girls. I took them fishing. My daughters remember both of them because she was one of the older cousins. About 2 years later, I saw a post on Facebook that they had taken Hannah to Disney World. I was confused because I was like, where is Hayley? I have seen and have taken pictures of her. My daughters remember her. They posted lots of other posts where they were doing stuff with Hannah. So naturally I asked about Hayley, and they both stated that they did not have a daughter named Hayley. I remember having a conversation with my cousin's wife about the spelling of their daughter's name. So I went back into my Google photos to see if I could find pictures of Hayley, and she was not there. My daughter had pictures of her in her phone as well, and she was freaked out because they were gone. Like the pictures were still there, but Hayley was not in them. No one else in the family remembers her, even though some of the pictures were of aunts and uncles and cousins with her. It's like somebody photoshopped her out of all the pictures. I am so confused, like what happened to her? How does this child not exist that I remember fishing with? I even asked multiple family members if they knew any child named Hayley, because I thought, well, maybe she was somebody else's kid. No one knows who she is, and even my mum states that she does not remember that name. What the hell? There is an edit.
Okay, to me, it doesn't feel like a glitch, but more like a timeline jump for everybody else except them. So like they would still be in this timeline, and everybody else has moved timelines, or they've moved timelines, and everyone else in that timeline doesn't have a daughter named Hayley.
Yeah.
It's fucked up regardless.
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Especially since her kids remember and the photos, this, that and the other. So, yeah, I'm going timeline rather than glitch.
It's like us two going, no, but that person, we saw it, I've got photos. And we're like, yeah. And everyone's like, what are you two talking about?
Yeah. And we're like, Hayley. Go on.
Edit. To answer some questions, I noticed this about 5 years ago. I did do a deep dive into it. I googled things and people involved. I found other girls with the same name, but none of them were her. I went through old photos. I was convinced something had happened to her and no one wanted to talk about it. Yeah, I feel like I would go there as well.
You'd be like, no, I'm fucking telling you,
like,
I know
what did you do to her?
Yeah.
Why are you all in it?
Yeah, making me out like I'm crazy.
Conspiracy. I asked so many other cousins, uncles, aunts and Hayley's grandparents. My daughter had taken a bunch of selfies with her cousins as they had camped out a couple of nights in the same tent. She was gone from all the pictures, even the one I had of her and my great aunt, of just the two of them. My daughter was 14 at the time, my son was 11, and he doesn't remember Hayley either. The girl's dad does in fact boil fish. My cousin's wife did have multiple miscarriages after Hannah, and
The fuck are they doing?
That's why she said they only have one child. Maybe she was a ghost.
Very, very odd. I mean, listen, it could be, but it's very unlikely that both mother and daughter are seeing said ghost, taking pictures of said ghost, spending all that time with said ghost, or an imaginary friend. How are they going to have the same delusion, if you like? Or actually be having some sort of psychosis? Why would two people be having the same? Interacting, taking photos and whatever. I think it's so odd.
It's bizarre.
It's so odd. What are people in the comments
I don't
saying?
think anyone had an affair in this one.
Oh, you don't? Are you sure? She wasn't having an affair with Hayley.
Although maybe the mother did and she's actually a child of somebody else. But that's a whole different thing. I'm not going down that one.
I wouldn't.
So top one says, before you and your daughter start to forget, try to write down and remember as much as you can about Hayley. Physical appearance, voice, personality, habits, hobbies, etc. See if your memory matches hers, or if things change and there are inconsistencies. And then the top 1% commenter says, I'm glad you and your daughter remember her too.
I can hear it.
That's my stomach. I've read stories like this, but usually it's about like a person that they knew in school, not a family member.
Yeah, because that would have been quite an interaction, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Someone says, you lucky woman, there is someone you have who remembers the same thing. Bizarre.
At least she's not feeling mad in the sense that
Yeah.
her daughter has the same recollection, and she's not like, I'm completely losing my mind. Do you know what I mean? So although people are questioning her daughter's like, no, that definitely happened, Mum. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Everyone saw and heard me say something when I didn't. Been there. Howdy. This is the second story that happened to me at high school. I posted the first one about missing time yesterday. I would say that this one freaks me out a little bit more because there were witnesses. I was in drama class and we had finished our projects for the day and we were sitting on the ground chatting. The girls I was sitting with were all close friends of mine, but they weren't exactly jokesters. So this wasn't some sort of weird prank. In the middle of the conversation, one of my friends stands up and goes to the doorway, probably to go to the bathroom. I noticed, but I didn't say anything because that's her business. As she reaches the door, she suddenly turns around to me, looks at me, and my other friends turn and look at me too. The girl in the door asked me, "What?" I was confused. I say, "What?" I say, "What?" back to her. "You just said my name," she told me. I haven't. I hadn't said anything. I had still been listening to the conversation that was going on. So I said, "I didn't say anything." Then all my friends around me argued with me, saying that they all saw and heard me say her name. I can't stress enough how I did not say anything from my perspective. It wasn't even one of those times you accidentally say the word you're thinking. I wasn't even thinking about her nor her name. My mouth was closed. Everyone thought I was weird, and they
Stop talking to me.
and they said her, and that I had said her name weirdly, but didn't elaborate. They shrugged it off and continued the conversation, but I was left frazzled and confused. I haven't talked to anyone about this in a long time, but it still freaks me out to this day. What do you think about that?
I don't like that.
I don't
I
like
feel
that.
that's
I'm
a
going
bit,
evil.
Yeah, I feel like I spent too much time with you. I feel like I've
Rude. Rude. I'm great.
I've gone into like that, you know. I can't even think what they're called. Like,
Demon, mimic.
yeah, mimicky shit going on.
Like took over her for a second.
Or what if it was just in the room? Or like, you know, when you hear them behind the door.
Yeah.
And
Just but like they were like,
there was something
she said
else.
it weird and sounded weird, like it had come from her, but it wasn't her.
Yeah, I'm not okay with this one.
Someone
It's
said,
weird.
"Could you be disassociating, especially some other part, thinking about your curious actions without knowing it? Have you had trauma in your life?" Then OP says, "Not a bad idea. I did go through some rough shit early in high school, but none of this matches up. You might," and then someone's going on about trauma. "You were in different realities in the same moment." Somebody said that. Me, I'm getting more of an evil vibe from this.
I went there too.
It gives me like, the story makes me feel like something.
It was uncomfortable.
Something was like, The Conjuring 2, that happened here in the UK. Part of the story there is like when the little girl describes about the old man talking through her, she describes him like a puppet from behind, like using her like a puppet. Doesn't
like
sound like yes. And that is where my mind is with this story.
I wasn't like so visual with it.
But that's because I've seen a movie with that.
I don't know that movie.
Yeah. We watch it every movie night. Halloween. But is that the kind of thing you were?
I kind of thought
like a puppet on a string.
Some sort of mimic situation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Somebody says, "I have a very similar experience myself with two witnesses hearing the same thing, something mean, and I am puzzled for the answer. One thought is a so-called mimic spirits can use the sounds of others." Then they put a quote from ChatGPT.
Yeah, that can do it as well.
A mimic spirit is a type of entity, a spirit believed to I mean, the word's right there. Mimic. Yeah, like to basically mimic your appearance and voice or behaviour of the person. Known spirits are deceptive, manipulative of others. It's often associated with paranormal and giving the lure, like they're trying to lure you in, and it's usually seen as malicious. That's from ChatGPT. But Yeah, that gives me the fucking ick, that one.
It's
It's giving, yeah, it's like puppet on a string.
Ugh.
Which means it's close.
Yeah, real close.
Real fucking close.
And
But
it
yeah,
just-
the whole
it just
story
carried
gives
on.
me evil. Go on.
Bizarre shit. Items disappearing and reappearing in new house.
Okay, see? It's like my first one with the
Well,
leggings.
you know, I'm with the theme here.
Yeah.
Might not believe it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm with you.
Hi, y'all.
Y'all.
Long time lurker, first time posting. My husband and I moved into a new home last month, and we have both had an item inexplicably
Yeah.
disappear from their spot, then reappear. A couple weeks ago, we both were hanging out inside, and I was wearing sunglasses where the sun started to set, so I put them in the kitchen junk drawer. The next morning, I went to get them from the trunk drawer.
Yeah.
Junk.
I might get
drawer.
a drunk drawer.
Trunk drawer. And they weren't there. My husband and I looked everywhere. I took every single item out of the kitchen drawer and put everything back in. My sunglasses were not in there. The next morning, my husband opened the same drawer and pulled my sunglasses out. I was shocked. My husband swears he did not put the sunglasses in the drawer. He was helping me look for them the day before. And we had no guests over in between me taking everything out of the drawer and then my sunglasses appearing there. The other item is a very specific sweatshirt that my husband loves. It's a discontinued Lululemon sweatshirt, whatever, that he brought second hand and only has one of. When we moved last month, he brought it in the U-Haul with him and hadn't remembered seeing it since. I brushed it off and assumed it was somewhere in the house. He had talked almost every day about how he was so bummed he couldn't find his sweatshirt. We both looked all over the house several times. I have watched him go through all of his clothes hanging in the closet multiple times, and I personally have also gone through all of the clothes hanging in the closet and can what's that word say? Attest and
Yeah.
can
Testify. Change the
that
word.
it was not hanging in the closet. A few days ago, he calls me into the closet and with a shocked look on his face says, "Look, it was the sweatshirt just hanging up in the closet." Is our timeline adjusting to be in a new house, in a new state, and a few of our favourite items have jumped dimensions and back? Do we have a friendly yet stylish ghost who borrows our things? Do I have sage that I brought and plan to sage our house with that I just haven't done yet, but now I'm wondering if should hurry up and do that? Would love to hear thoughts. Do I need to sage is what she's saying, but I don't.
It feels like something is more mischievous. That sounds wrong. Mischievous than anything else. Like something's having a little giggle with them. Listen, you can. I do it all the time. Put things places and overlook it as I'm looking for them. And the boys all the time. It's not there. I open the door and it's like right fucking there. But on the account of pulling everything out, going through it one by one, we've all done that when we're looking for something, and it not being there and then reappearing. I don't know if glitching the matrix or more something paranormal being a bit mischievous than anything else.
Yeah, I wasn't sure with this one. I like the story.
Yeah, but a lot of very similar. Like that
Yeah.
I've read.
I just feel maybe they're going senile.
I mean, maybe, babe, but we all do that. And
Yeah,
then
we do all
it
do
is
that.
there. But to pull it out one by one and go through it carefully.
Yeah, the jaw bit is a bit.
Yeah, and go through everything. We've all done that. And I'm like, I have no fucking idea where this thing is. Do you know what I mean? And it would be in the car the whole time.
Yeah. Or you buy a second one.
But to then open the wardrobe and it's literally right there, you know, in the centre, is giving something.
Yeah.
What's Reddit think?
I mean, they've all got a story. This happened to me too.
That's
So,
what I'm saying.
This happened in one of the houses I grew up in. I specifically remember looking for my keys before leaving on a trip. That's what's happened to me. That's why I ain't got my keys with me today.
Can't even get in
Someone
our own
moved
house.
them.
Yeah,
I'm locked out.
You.
I didn't even, they were there right next to all my drink.
Yeah, of course.
Like, it was all coming with me.
You know what it's like.
I walked out and closed the door.
You went,
Anyway, knowing I put them on the hamper in the bathroom. Why would you put your keys in the bathroom? Anyway, and then opening the hamper and pulling it out to look behind and under it. We were going on vacation and I left without finding the keys. When I got back, there they were, sitting on top of the hamper, right where I knew I left them. Listen, I know my keys are going to be on the side right where I left them too.
But that's what I'm saying, babe. She would have had to like lift up and she would have heard them drop, blah, blah, blah. So that is a clear indication that something fucking weird happened. Especially with keys. Keys is more like, especially keys being on top of a hamper, you lift the lid, they would have fallen, you would have heard them, seen them. And then for them to be there, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, then another person's like exact same experience, but with their cell phone and things
Yeah,
like it's
fuck
happened
knows
to
what.
me
Unless
too.
it is us in like an altered dimension, like moving shit and doing shit.
My mountain bike chain has just disappeared in the house. I mean,
I have no idea
That's
what that
in-
is.
you know, on your bike, the chain
Yeah.
that helps you pedal forward.
And that's gone.
The chain, yeah, gone. I'd like to know whether that reappears, thank you, and where it
But
reappears.
this is what I'm saying. Like, are we doing this over lines, and then the Ellie in that dimension is like crossing over? Do you see what I'm saying? It's weird, right? Very similar. This one. That's what I said to you. A lot was similar. Glitch that happened to two people. Experienced it at the same time. I was cooking and needed tongs to flip my naan bread. It says crepus, but it's easier for me to say naan. It's essentially very similar. I feel like I'm not even saying that right.
Crepes.
Yeah, but it's not quite crepes. It's
Crepes. Crepes.
not. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. See.
Chapatis.
Yeah, which is essentially naan. I googled it. Chapatis. Right. It's hard for me. I couldn't read it. Couldn't read what it says.
Oh.
I was cooking and needed tongs to flip the chapatis.
Yeah, you need tongs to flip them.
Right.
They get hot.
Now we eat chapatis every day, so I keep the tongs near the stove. When I started cooking, I realised that my tongs were not at the place that they should be, and I searched everywhere. Then I asked my husband to find the tongs. He searched everywhere. Jokingly, he even searched our wardrobe. We even searched the dustbin in case we had chucked them away. After half an hour of failed searches, I cooked without tongs and we started watching a movie, which was a mystery thriller. About an hour later, we both went into the kitchen to make some tea, and boom, tongs were exactly in the same place where they should have been.
Having a little jig and a dance.
Like literally the place me and my husband had searched for 20 minutes. It was right there in front of our eyes. I looked at my husband and he looked at me. We were both shocked and speechless. We are both still shocked about it now. How did this happen? How can something just vanish and then come back? What do you think of that one?
I think they put the tea towel over it, didn't realise it was under the tea towel, was looking around the tea towel, picked up the tea towel without even looking under the tea towel and went out the room, and then they come back, they saw him straight away.
On the tea towel?
No, you've moved the tea towel. But
No, but they're now on the tea towel where they should have been the whole time.
Were they on the tea towel?
I feel like I
just
read
feel like
there
I
on
made
the
the tea towel bit up.
I mean, I did read tea towel. It's either they've overlooked it or it's something fucking weird is happening.
Yeah, I don't like that.
This happened to me, because it's all about other people. This happened to me with my gym card in a pretty haunted location I used to live in. Any other weird poltergeist activities in your house? Does OP respond to that? Happened to me.
No.
So, okay, so this is another aspect which I didn't, because it actually reminds me of the kids' program, The Borrowers.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Alright.
Things
Another
traditionally
rabbit hole.
fairies do,
Ugh.
and sometimes ghosts. I'm going, like, a lot of these stories is giving just a mischievous ghost, more than anything to me.
Or just people are
Hobgoblins.
stupid.
And then someone said in Japan this is called a shakash, which is completely irrelevant, but I just wanted to read that word. It's weird because there's so many, most of the stories on there are like this kind of shit at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe something is going on. Go on.
Right. Strange elevator ride.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really short.
Yes, I almost read it.
One night I was returning to work from my lunch break. I normally take the stairs up 2 floors to my office. This night a couple of my co-workers happened to be walking in at the same time, so I decided to hop on the elevator with them. We got in, hit the button for our floor and up we went. The door opened, we got out. We started walking in the direction of our office, only to stop abruptly and stare at each other in utter disbelief when we realised we were back in the lobby where we had boarded the elevator. We definitely went up and did not go back down. We were too stunned to even form words except some mumbles of confusion. We all started taking the stairs after that.
So I've got 2 theories with this one, because I did read this earlier. Either the mechanics were going, but there's something wrong with the belt in the elevator, meaning they felt like they were going up from all the sounds and everything, you know, as you do, but weren't actually moving.
I would have gone there too.
I don't really have an explanation for what kind. Could it have been a glitch? Maybe, but for me, it just feels like there's something mechanically wrong with the elevator.
Yeah. So therefore, the top comment is, I read a similar story like this once. The person stepped off the elevator into a parallel reality, essentially. Everything was wrong, different to what it should have been. They got back on, and when they got off the elevator again, they were back in the correct reality. Weird as fuck.
Yeah, so that story, if everything was wrong, would have, but this just feels like a mechanical issue, I have to say. And for me to say that is a lot, because normally I'm like, aliens, 100%.
Yeah. And then like, that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, if it was something else, that is creepy, because what was the purpose?
So what a lot of people have said is, I say a lot, there's quite a few, they've said unintentionally played the elevator game.
Oh mate, you ever read that?
Nope.
So we'll do that next time we do a weird one.
I don't know if I want it.
You have to, I'm not saying I'd do it, I'd never do it, but you're meant to like fucking drag something up.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it's sort of gone on. It's like, was that the one where the girl went swimming at the hotel and her grandmother was there? And someone's like, oh, I remember that one. It wasn't that one.
So there's quite a
There
few.
was one where IIRC, the guy was
Shush!
out of a hospital. Sounds interesting. Where did you read that one? Blah, 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 blah. And then they've put a link in.
Right.
I'll click the link in a sec. And I don't remember the exact story. I think that, the guy was in a hospital, maybe working or visiting. He took the elevator to whatever floor he needed to, but when he got off, he was in a deserted, creepy old corridor, like an alternative version of where he should have been, a place in the hospital that shouldn't have existed. There wasn't anyone, and he freaked out and got back in the elevator to his floor. He asked someone for the hospital, but no such place existed. That's from memory. Might not be accurate. Blah 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 blah.
I just feel like that feels completely different from what's happening
Then it
here.
says that's actually a pretty famous IRL horror game called the Elevator Game. There are rules, and supposedly it takes you to a pocket dimension of some kind. It's pretty creepy. You can Google it.
Yeah,
But
thanks.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, even I'm like, no.
I'm not sure if I want to do
Told you,
that.
just like people playing with fucking shit is weird to me.
There's so the link, I just clicked it.
So
It's
long.
a really, really long post, but it's stuck. It's titled "Elevators Freak Me Out. The first time my mum believed me that weird stuff happened to me regularly." If you wanted to go and check that one out,
But yeah, definitely something to keep hold of just in case when we do our Halloween special. Might be worth reading then. No.
no,
Right, I'm going to finish us off.
yay,
Teleported whilst driving.
Ooh, that's like a flying car thing.
That would be cool, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
wouldn't it?
It's about time for flying cars. Come on, government.
All of a sudden, I've got like ET in the.
Then I'd be like, I'm off to Spain because I can fly there. Isn't it?
I wouldn't be here.
Right.
It's like tropical.
I don't know if this is the most interesting story or even the craziest thing that has ever happened to me, but it certainly freaks out the people involved for a while. Happened about 2 years ago around Christmas time. It was around 10:30 p.m. The girl I was dating at the time, which means they'd broken up, lived way out in the country in a small town. We talked less than two. Oh, we're talking less than 2,000 people. She worked about 45-minute drive away and didn't drive, so I picked her up when she had finished work. The road was simple, although it was twisty and turny with lots of hills. You just had to follow the road, get there and get back, only 3 turns. I picked her up and we were driving back. At one point, you have to drive through a military base. This is a really large hill that you go up first. As we were driving up the hill, I looked to my left and noticed a house with Christmas lights hanging up. My first thought was that that's strange that they had lights up in a base, and that it occurred to me that there were no houses on this base, at least none visible from the road. The house was also very overgrown to the point where it would be difficult to get to the front door, where all the trees and vines and tall grass. It was also behind a chain-linked fence. It was so close to touching the fence. The fence was probably about 6 feet away from the gate itself. I pointed this out to my girlfriend. She thought that this was weird too. We got to the top of the hill and realised that we were nowhere near the military base. We ended up on a small bank road miles away from the base. Discussed it with some of my friends when we got back, who said that we must have just taken the wrong turn somewhere. The next day in the daytime, we checked out the route and it couldn't have happened. We would have had to turn a good 5 miles early to get to the road, and it didn't have a giant hill that you go up towards the base. I know that I didn't turn early. Like I said, it wasn't a complicated trip. The turn towards the base is very easy to see at night because there are old buildings on the corner and a bright blue light that turns on and off. I also wasn't tuned out, zoning out. The route was easy. You have to be vigilant. There are deers getting in and out of the road. The speed limit is low through the base, and you had to be careful for other civilians due to not being able to see over the hills. You had to be alert. Still not really sure what happened there and then that night. What do you think? I have a theory. I want to hear yours.
I want to say they took a wrong turn, but I don't even believe that.
Because of the details.
Yeah, if it was such a simple road and real straightforward, I don't know.
So, the first comment before I tell you mine is sounds more like missing time in UFOs story, like the story's giving UFOs. But I'm wondering,
Is it?
I mean, I get what they say, to end up in a place where you didn't go and then see things that shouldn't be there. But it's actually giving Ghost House to me. In the sense that used to be there on that military site, and obviously it's gone now. So that wasn't really there. What they saw wasn't really there.
Okay.
That kind of like, but then when he goes on to say that he was in a different place and shouldn't have been there, I mean, it's a fucking weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, there's
What did your girlfriend say about it at the time once you figured out that you were in the wrong road somehow? She was just as weirded out as me. We both came to the same conclusion that there was no way that this could have happened. She was scared. How did you feel physically after? Okay, I guess. Felt extremely uncomfortable, but not physically as far as I can remember. Just really uneasy. I
But
think
if you
the
had a
house was maybe a UFO that had landed on the ground.
Oh, I'm not okay with that theory.
Was the house worth light still there? He couldn't find the house after on the same road.
But he could find the same road.
Yes, but without the hill being there.
So that's not the same road.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking weird.
See, also, because he had a passenger who would have also known those roads, if he had turned it wrong, she probably would have. I feel like I would have gone, you missed a turning, or like, where are you going? Do you know what I mean? If you know the way. So she obviously felt that he didn't do a wrong turn either.
That's what I'm saying. Either
I feel like you found one that stumped us.
Either somebody's right and UFOs are involved, dropped them at a different place. I know, like, you have a hard time with all this, but I believe in all that. Or
no, I don't feel that one, because there is nothing that has felt or been suggested that they've, like the usual stuff that happens when there's a UFO involved, like the being picked up or the lights or anything like that.
The strangest part,
I feel like the ghost house is more valid than abduction.
The only strange part about it is ending up on a different road, unless I can't account for where they went wrong without noticing where they went wrong. It happened to me in a former boss man of mine. We wound up 300 miles from where we started. In no time. You can find the complete story on my profile. So basically, this person has just ended up 300 miles away from where they should be with no explanation.
I mean, that's quite an extensive
jump. Shall I have a little look and see?
You don't normally not notice you've travelled 300 miles.
I just
Ta-da!
I mean, he posts a lot. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, I get the missing time. How did I end up here? But it gives me UFO. But the other bit is like, I don't know. It's fucking weird. It's weird. That one's weird. That's what we're ending on.
That one's weird.
It's fucking weird. Like, am I being electrocuted? Thanks for joining, and we hope you enjoyed it. Do you like, follow, subscribe?
Like, follow, subscribe.
For more content, even though you get the content anyway. And until next time.
Peace.
My head's still like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, ghost house.
Yeah, ghost house. That's kind of where my head is.
It don't make sense though.
Unless they saw the
just
ghost
like
house
it.
and veered off like through
Or like
countryside.
Or like this.
Yeah, and then like
No.
drove through countryside and ended up on a different road. No, they both would have noticed. I have no idea. Bye guys.
What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl's got everything